Hello and welcome to another weekly tarot reading. I'm Morgana Braid. As I've said before, I consider myself a newbie. So I've decided to start making these tarot videos so that I can keep myself accountable and practice at least for a couple hours a week. Just as usual, I'm going to read the card as it reads to me, and then I am going to read what the book says about it. Some cards may occasionally repeat from one week to the next. I will still read what the book says until I feel confident that I don't need the book anymore. So let's get started. I am going to pull a card for Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. The card for Monday is the Moon. What I see in this card is duality. From the almost symmetrical images on either side of the moon, I get a sense of partnership, of working together. So today, I would say, consider the resources around you. Consider what's in your life or who's in your life that you can work with or that can aid you in your work, in your ideas, in your projects. I'm getting a sense of a person who's a loner who needs to reach out and find someone like them to connect with. This could be someone who's already in your life or someone you haven't even met yet, but you need to find that connection. It could also be another side of yourself. I'm seeing a forward action that is at the same time serene. So it's peaceful, it's moving forward and connecting and building bridges, but it's really about intuition and what's inside and what your understanding of a situation is. It's about being internal and your thoughts. So keep an eye on what your thoughts are today and how they are affecting you and how they're affecting your connection with other people. Are you thinking about what you should be doing or should be thinking, but not doing any of it? So you're just making yourself miserable? Are you putting off something you genuinely would like to be doing, but are afraid and telling yourself that you can't? Okay, so there's a part of you that knows that you can and knows that you want to, and then there's that part of you that's keeping you back. What can you do to reconcile those parts of you? I'm seeing that creation can happen, but it can't happen if you have a single-minded approach. You can't do it alone. Whether it's you and your inner voice, the one that's telling you that you can, or it's you and your higher power, or you and another person, take this time to recognize those relationships and to take the steps that you need to take to find that balance. Let's see what the book says about the moon. This beautiful orb inspires us like no other. It speaks to our soul. It releases our animal instincts like the dog's howling. It invites the crayfish to surface. This alien creature represents our deepest fears. The light of the moon allows us to glimpse it, but provides enough shadow that we can ignore it if we're careful. The moon goddess heightens our intuition. She does show us our worst nightmares, but then again, she gives us our best dreams as well. The message of the moon is as shadowy as a moonlit night. Pay attention to your dreams and your intuition. Face your fears, even if you do so a little at a time. Attend to your soul. Be aware of not seeing clearly, of being afraid of shadows, or of being led astray by shadowy images that aren't what they seem. The card for Tuesday is the Four of Cups. This card says to me bounty and abundance. It also says balance. Immediately, I notice the giant hand coming from the sky with a cup, presumably full of everything that person needs. They are waiting and comforted by this knowledge that essentially God or the universe is giving everything that they need. It's right there. They don't have to struggle. They don't have to work. They are surrounded by nature, by beauty, by curious animals, by birds that say to me they are free. There is freedom here. There is abundance. So today, try to recognize that in your own life. Try to be aware of all that is good that is coming to you. And be honest with where it comes from. Don't tell yourself, if you've worked so hard to create something and you have it, don't tell yourself that you got lucky. Because it's yours. You gave the universe whatever it needed to help bring this thing to you. And now it's yours. And be aware of that. Be open to gratitude. Spend this day giving extreme thanks for all that you have. Spend this day opening your heart and feeling free and feeling supported and feeling balanced, because it's there for you. It's here with you now. So spend Tuesday in that. Spend Tuesday embracing those things that are yours. Embracing the world that you share with other beautiful beings, humans, animals. Be comforted in knowing that, your higher power, your divine, or the universe, whatever you want to call it, know that it has your back. Let's see what the book says about the Four of Cups. A dreamy youth reclines against a tree. Although 3 lovely chalices sit beside him, he ignores them. He imagines something better. He is even offered something better. The squirrel in the tree and the mouse in the grass take more interest in the gift than the youth for whom it is intended. His romantic ideals may cause him to miss opportunities that he may later regret. This card echoes the negative side of the Emperor. The desire for order and stability can lead to a quest for perfection that does not exist, causing a disdain for reality. The card for Wednesday is the Two of Pentacles. So this card, we have this man. He's maybe a merchant or a prince or something. His tunic is lined in gold, and he's wielding these 2 pentacles magically. He's using his own power. One of the pentacles is floating above his hand and the other rests in his other hand. This reminds me of the scales, the balance scales for justice. And so I get a sense of imbalance. I feel that it has to do with intuition. I feel that there is a need for communication, and you know that that need is there, but perhaps you're holding back. There are hidden things for you to understand, but you are giving more of your attention to one side of yourself, one side of your being, of your thoughts, than to another equally important side of yourself. You are spending all of your time trying to understand one thing or do one thing and ignoring maybe your health. So say you're spending all your time at work, or you're giving up so much of your life to a job that you don't even like, or a job that isn't helping you move forward in your life, and you're not giving enough of your energy to the career that you want, to the life that you want to live, that you hope to live. And I think you should, ask yourself why and try to understand that and do the work that you need to do to understand what's inside of you that's holding you back. Find your inner strength and your inner light to rebalance what has come out of balance. Let's see what the book says about the Two of Pentacles. On the shore, a man balances 2 pentacles. The mastery and ease of his skill creates a rainbow, making the act seem magical. The representation of the other suits, the dolphin, representing intelligence or swords, water, representing cups, and fiery light of the rainbow, representing wands, indicates a deep overall balance that allows for this easy control of everyday life. Like the High Priestess, existing between poetry and science, this gentleman dances through life, juggling work and joy. You have a full life and the ability to keep everything flowing. You make it seem easy. You find satisfaction in not only doing many things and doing them well, but also in not making your business into a competition. Be aware of overdoing for the sake of the admiration of others. Don't judge yourself and others by how much you do, and don't seek achievement at the expense of quality and overall happiness. The card for Thursday is the Nine of Swords. From this card, I am getting a sense of being isolated, a sense of trapping yourself. What I'm seeing is this person, this woman in this bed, and she's got her arms crossed over her chest. What that says to me is that maybe you're putting your efforts into the right things, into learning certain things or doing certain things, but maybe you aren't paying attention to what's in your heart or your emotions. Maybe you aren't finding it as easy to connect with what's inside of you, and you're locking yourself into a specific mindset, a specific understanding of your world, of what's there for you. And you're holding these feelings that are cropping up inside of you. You're holding them within, and you're not letting them blossom. You're not letting them change or grow or exploring them. And you need to, you should. Let's see what the book says about the Nine of Swords. By the light of a crescent moon, a woman sits up in bed as if awakened by a bad dream. An owl peers forward as 9 swords float above her head. She crosses her arms across her chest as if to protect her heart. As evidenced by the swords, this woman is clearly troubled by some large problem, large enough to disturb her sleep. The owl, a symbol of wisdom, is nearby, apparently ready to share its knowledge and thereby impart some comfort to the woman. As she puzzles out the problem, perhaps she will see her way clear to wisdom and truth. For now, though, she is alone and closed off. This is the hermit, taken to a sad extreme. In this time of trial, she would do well to reach out and get the comfort and wisdom she needs. It seems that it is near at hand. You are agonizing over something. For whatever reason, you are working through this alone, even though help is nearby. Reach out and allow someone to guide and comfort you. Be aware of isolation. You may feel like you're alone, or your pride may stop you from reaching out. You're not alone, and your pride may cost you more than you know. The card for Friday is the Knight of Swords. This card says to me, triumph. It says that there is a specific and pinpointed type of knowledge that you need and that should come to you on this day. It's very specific, and you'll recognize it when you see it. That it's a message of joy, of decadence. What I'm seeing, if it isn't clear, is this knight on a steed, and they're both decked out in these beautiful blue colors, these colors of thought, of communication, of, to me, peace. Blue and purple, another color of royalty and of intuition and of exploration and understanding. This knight is, with his glinting, glimmering sword, lighting the night as the sun either sets or rises. He shines a light through the darkness, and he is going after what he wants. And for some reason that says to me that there is a message coming. There is a specific knowledge, a specific important piece of information that you're going to get, that you should get. And you have to be open to it, and you have to be willing to receive it. This is a day that will bring deeper understanding. Let's see what the book says about the Knight of Swords. Here is the quintessential questing knight. He holds his energetic steed in check as he dramatically lifts his sword, He is ready for action. Since swords are ruled by the intellect, it makes sense that his quest is overseen by an owl, a bird often associated with wisdom. He has turned his back on everything except his quarry. He is focused and committed. Nothing better get in his way. You are in the midst of something. You know exactly what you want to do and precisely how you are going to do it. You are very single-minded right now. Your goal is in sight. Be aware of being so focused that you miss new developments in the situation. Pay attention to what is going on around you. There is a danger of ignoring or being insensitive to those around you. The card for Saturday is the Lovers. This is another card that says duality to me. It could mean that you need to spend more time with your loved one or your partner. What I'm getting right now is that the lovers are within you. That they are two aspects of who you are. And they have come together, or they have to come together if they haven't. There is a balance in you and a joy, a connection that you have found within yourself, a satisfaction in knowing yourself and embracing yourself and in being who you are and being all of who you are. You are not just one person. You are the amalgamation of your memories. You are thousands of years of history, of human history. You are your experiences. You are being interrupted by a kitty. Brooklyn. No. Baby. Brooklyn. Oh, come on. Please hold. We had a little visitor. Maybe the lovers means loving your pets or your family. No, Brooklyn! Oh my god! So, with that visit from my cat, I am going to read what the book says about the lovers. A perfect, passionate union rises, romantic and idealized, from the waters of our subconscious and our dreams. More than romance, more than a man and a woman, we see here the elements necessary to achieve such a union. The couple is grounded in water, showing a deep connection of their emotions. The warrior's red clothing and the deep orange of the sunset surround the scene with fiery passion. The beauty and abandon of the woman suggests earthly sensuality. The dolphins, although creatures of water, indicate intelligence and communication that are characteristics of the elements of air. Finally, the upward motion of the couple and woman's gaze towards the heavens illustrate a higher focus on the spiritual realm. The message of the lovers tells us to make good and balanced choices. Indeed, the original meaning of this card in the earliest tarot decks was called the choice, and showed a man choosing between two women. Consider all the facets before committing to any decision. Choose well and build a foundation that can help you achieve your best dreams. Be aware of letting one element of a choice overshadow all else. A relationship with simply a physical attraction, a career decision with only an intellectual appeal, or a home opportunity with decadent amenities may not be the best choice in the long run. The card for Sunday is the Ten of Wands. So I'm getting that this is a day for laying foundations. We have this man carrying all of these wands, and in the distance he's being watched by two deer that don't seem bothered by his presence. They're not bothered by him doing his work, which tells me that the universe or nature supports whatever work he's doing. But it is hard, it's not easy work, and it can be sometimes painful. But he's going towards a goal. And I don't know if you can see his face clearly, but he doesn't look upset. He's almost smiling. He's happy to be doing this work that he's doing, to be building whatever it is that he's building, or creating whatever it is that he's creating. Let's see what the book says about the Ten of Wands. A purposeful man carries his large burden through the night toward the morning sky. He is almost done with his wearisome task. The full moon above and the dawn on the horizon indicate the end of a cycle. This card echoes the turning of the wheel of fortune. The deer watch silently from a distance. perhaps inspiring the man with their quiet strength. You are nearly finished with an arduous task. You may be exhausted, but the light at the end of the tunnel, like a beautiful sunrise, gives you the determination to see this through. Draw on your most basic instincts for the strength to finish what you started. Be aware of stopping too soon. Do not let the relief of seeing the end of the situation cause you to falter. Rather, let it focus your actions. And there we have our tarot reading for the week of January 22nd to January 28th. Thank you so much for joining me this week and for allowing me to create these videos and learn and practice as I go. I will not always be accurate, but I am having a great time learning about this and sharing it. If you like this video, please click the button below and subscribe so that you can catch my videos every week on Monday. Thank you again, and remember always, I love you. Bye. Baby, can you stop? Can you move? B. Brooks. My cat. My love. My darling. My sweet girl.